Hi guys, what's going on? And welcome back to another episode of Total War Arena. So, what are we looking at today? Well, since we've just had the 3.1.7 patch, Alexander has actually had a small little buff. And basically that's what we're going to be looking at today, and how it's changed and how it's going to affect his gameplay. So, what is the change? If you watch any of my patch videos, you'll know that Anvil has been basically changed from a contact activation. So if you're in melee contact with an enemy unit and you activate it, it should activate on them, to sort of an area of effect activation now, 10 meters. So yeah, that's quite a change, and quite a positive change, I think. Basically, the problem with the contact activated was, say if you charged into a blob of 3 enemy units, get a good charge, smash your anvil button to try and silence them, you know, the odds of you being in contact with all the 3 units aren't that high, so the odds that it'll activate on 1 or 2 of them. But sometimes it's buggy and doesn't really activate at all, and it wasn't really a very effective way of implementing what was supposed to be something that activated on everything you're in contact with. So by just pushing it to a small area of effect sort of device, it means that it's a lot more reliable now, which is obviously exactly what you want it to be when you're trying to silence people, because it's no good if one of the units gets away with the silence. So that's going to change how he plays a little bit. I think, so we're going to have a couple of battles with him, see how we get on. Obviously, I'm just running with a tier 7 Agamember cavalry. I'm not fully upgraded. I've still got quite a bit to do. What does that change? Impact damage, lose weapon damage, gain more impact damage. We'll definitely have that probably. I've got the upgraded armour and stuff. I don't think Alexander himself is even fully upgraded yet either. What tier are we? 7. It's got a little bit on his wedge that needs to be upgraded. We'll do that. Okay, and let's hop into a battle and see how we get on with these guys. So, we are loading in actually to the new Capua map. On this side, it's the first time I've actually played on this map, to be honest, so this is going to be interesting. Obviously, being cavalry, I would be more inclined to stick to the open side than the city, but we'll see how we get on. Looks like we've got decent-ish matchmaking. Is it a tier 7, tier 6 and 7 game? Okay, so we're top tier. So let's see if we can deploy a bit of Anvil and see how it works now with the changes. Is there much enemy, much cavalry in our team? Me and one other unit. Okay.
Capture the enemy base or kill all.
So, where am I going to go on this map? I have no idea because I've never been here before. A bit of a dash. So we've got quite a bit of open ground out here. A little bit of room for manoeuvring. A little bit. Not a great deal. It's probably it's a little bit tight. Oh, there's elephants there. Falksmen. Let's pull back from those guys. So to keep myself safe for now. Obviously I want to avoid the elephants, and I want to be avoiding the Falksmen. Don't want to be going into the forest really. And obviously I want to be avoiding the city. There's an awful lot of archers around there, but they do have Roman infantry in support. I can see this guy. I can see you. I can see Iridocracy. You may make it into a video as long as this battle doesn't go terribly for me. Ooh, javelins. On their own? Yes, please. Let's split our forces if we can. They're going to make a run for it. I would have thought if they've got any sense. Presumably they have caltrops. Be foolish if they don't. Come on, guys. Quicker, please. Quicker, please. Oh, that was a bit stopped a bit quicker than I thought. Oh, I missed. Oh, we're going to miss that as well, really, aren't we? Well, that was badly done, wasn't it? But that was a pretty pitiful attempt at... Let's just try and get these guys I've got in this group here before we pull back from the rear. Dash out of here before we get killed too much. Why are we going really slowly? Oh, we got hit by the missiles, that's why. Okay, well, at least we killed a few of those Velites. Let's get the hell out of here before they throw more javelins at me. That wasn't quite what I had intended to do. That didn't really go as planned. I didn't even manage to anvil them either. What am I thinking? That was a pretty terrible display. Have those left the Romans again? No, they're still staying with the Romans a bit more now for cover. Wise decision, probably. So let's push around into the city. Let's see if we can maybe get around the back of some of these archers around here, you see. Could be a bit of an option. Try and be a bit sneaky. I guess I'm hoping that no one else really knows the map particularly well either. But, you know, if those archers are going to stick with the cover, that's what's going to make it difficult, you see. Because obviously they're sticking with the infantry, they know they're in a dangerous spot, you know, they're just going to run straight into their legionaries. As soon as... Ooh, legionary cavalry. I would fight you.
Quickly!
We should be able to catch this unit of Romans. They look like they're trying to just go straight to this fight down here. Push that way. Actually, I'll have you. We're going to get a nice rear charge into them. Oh, too much to do. Charge. Turn round. Forwards. You. Forwards. Charge. You. Pull back. We're not going to catch those archers. Anvil. Not using hotkeys. Okay, so we got an anvil off. Did it get an anvil on everyone? It did anvil you. And it did anvil you. Okay, nice. That's what we wanted. My anvils to work properly. How's this battle looking? Not so good, to be honest. Is it still anvil? That's about to run out. So let's activate it on the other one. Oh, we can see the area of effect. Pretty decent. Oh, we can... Oh. Didn't need to activate them both on one of my units, but we did. Let's pull out of there now, because that's not really doing anything. We're just taking casualties against the Romans, but not so strong against them. So, let's pull down this way. Archers on their own. Oh, how far away from the Romans? Oh, these guys I'll definitely have. Let's try and split them up nicely. Good hit, good hit, good hit. Come on, guys. Get yourself moving. Oh, I don't even need to use an anvil on them, to be honest. Gotta love the Greeks for their charge. And then let's go on you. You kill you. Lovely. In this case, it's not really a lot of point to use an anvil. I mean, we got so much of a nice charge off on them, it isn't really needed. See if there's anything else worth killing. Those Romans are fairly well engaged. We could try and go for a charge just to get a flank, maybe. Like that. We'll go for an anvil on them, so they can't run. Now let's get everyone stuck in. We took a few casualties running into that wall, which was a bit silly. But now they're routing, and they're anviled for, you know, it gave them a 20-second anvil, so it meant they couldn't run away, they couldn't rout from the enemy. So let's kill him. Base is under cap. Where's our base? Here. Ooh, this one's going to be a tough one to pull back, I think. I have to try and be quick to try and get back to save any of this. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in there. How are we going to do this? Send one unit around here. You go up here. And you. Try and split the archers off. See if they've got enough attention. Go for a charge. Oh, that was nice. Oh, that was not so good. One good, one bad. It's anvil. We should anvil all of them. You guys come up here. You guys just get out of the way. Anyone who stood back up, kill them. And we've also got to try and think, obviously, of course, we are trying to prevent the enemy infantry from capping out. So we're going to have to pull out of that fight. And we're going to have to charge something as well. Let's have a go at those Roman javelins. Early charge. Not much of a decap. They will obviously didn't have that much health. So I'm going to have to try and pull these guys out, though. How are these guys doing? Oh, for God's sake. Leave me alone. Okay, I'm just trying to cycle everyone out and into combat now, you see, to try and keep the decap going. But the problem is I think we've just lost too many points. Go for a charge. Try and pull back out that way. What do you think you're doing?
Our troops are under attack. Smash them apart.
I can't say that was particularly useful for them. We have lost a unit. Let's send back around that way. Pull you guys out. Got to wait for your charge to come back. I'm surprised I managed to keep getting away with this, but so far we are actually managed to continually cycle our units. We'll probably go for this unit of Falxmen if we can avoid the Roman cavalry. I think that's going to be the end of that unit, to be honest. There we go. There goes them. We can go with an Anvil, but it's not really going to help us in this case. We've got a bit of damage up against those guys. Anvil seems a lot more effective. You see it activates now nice and cleanly on everyone. Unfortunately, we lost. We couldn't do enough to pull that one back to our favour. But yeah, Anvil is definitely a lot nicer to play than it used to be. And that's really the main change. And I think it's been something that's been requested by quite a few people because, you know, it's really annoying when you don't have that reliability activated, particularly if you're dependent on it. If you're going to be charging into a unit which has an ability like Barbarian Cavalry with Mount Kick, something like that, and you want them to prevent them from having that ability, then or Hamstring with Falxman, something like that, then to prevent that is really quite useful. And I just noticed that my camera has frozen. Okay, well, you won't see my face for the rest of this battle apparently for some reason. Well, we'll turn myself off, and hopefully you can still hear me. Nothing ever goes to plan in my videos. Let's wait for the rest of these Andrata swordsmen who pinned up against the wall to get finally killed off. Because I don't think it's going to end very well for them. And these are the last enemies, I think. They're absolutely crushed in the melee. And that is the end of the game. And defeat. Still, we had a bit of a good go there. We got quite a few. I killed quite a few archers, I think. But yeah, Anvil certainly a lot more effective ability than it used to be before, and certainly a step in the right direction. So hopefully you've enjoyed this little update on what's changed with Anvil. Hopefully it's been useful. Gives you an idea a bit more now how it plays and why. I think Alexander's probably one of the better cavalry commanders to be playing at the moment. So if you've enjoyed it, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel for lots more Total War Arena content, and thanks guys, I shall see you all in the next video.